What you're about to hear and listen to is an exclusive radio interview done by Bob Nicholson from the law firm Beckman Lawson in Fort Wayne, Indiana, for his radio program entitled Your Business Matters that airs on Saturday mornings on WGL Radio in Fort Wayne. Also joining Bob is Susan Imler, the marketing director for Beckman Lawson. The person they're talking to, you'll recognize as Jerry Greenfield, the co-founder of Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream. And now, here's Bob.
Did there come a point then when that your parlor was becoming successful and you were making your 10-gallon batches and selling them to the stores and whatnot? How did it happen that you experienced the phenomenal growth that you ultimately experienced?
I think it was over several years. Looking back, it seemed like it was phenomenal all at once, but it was really slower than that. And I think what happened was after we started getting beyond the gas station and packaging ice cream, that allowed us to be selling to grocery stores and supermarkets, and we got a couple of local ice cream distributors who were in upstate New York and in New Hampshire. And I think the big change for us was when we got some ice cream distributors in larger markets in Boston, Connecticut, New York. So typically we would enter one new market a year. We would do it very slowly, and we would do it very hands-on. We didn't have very much money, so we tended to, rather than do advertising or traditional media, we would go into a market and just give out a lot of ice cream and try to connect with customers in that way. So it's kind of a slow way of growing, but you do have a lot more interaction with your customers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that we often hear anyway is it's expensive to grow, and I can appreciate, you don't wake up one day and have the capacity to, quadruple or the ability to quadruple your capacity without investing some money. So, I mean, did the cash flow and financial issues factor into those decisions as well?
Oh, yeah, and I think what you say is absolutely true. When your business is growing, it does suck up money incredibly quickly.
Sure.
And so any money that you're making, you're typically just plowing right back into the business, but you still need... at least for us, we needed more. We needed to go out and borrow money, and then we also had a stock offering in the state of Vermont to raise money. I part of what you may be asking or getting at is even if you're growing and growing pretty slowly, for us, we reached a point where you sort of have to make a decision about do you want to keep growing in this kind of slow, organic way, or do you want to make a leap of faith and really try to expand? And I think that's a question that a lot of small businesses need to confront, because you do need to make a leap of faith at some point.
Right.
It can be early on, it can be later on, but there'll be a point at which, if you want to grow, you have to really take a chance, and whether it's borrowing money or hiring people or using resources that you don't really have.
And was there a particular any particular factor that led you all to take that leap of faith?
I think for us it was not so much about becoming a more successful business or a bigger business. We were our business was doing fine, and we could have stayed smaller and probably been quite profitable and more efficient. When we were small, we were so efficient. We were using all our resources all the time. I mean, we were completely maxed out in terms of manufacturing capacity. And so when you're operating at capacity, you're being extremely efficient. For us, I think it was about having a different kind of business, being a business that was community-oriented, that was trying to have a mission that was beyond simply a profit mission. And we felt like we needed to become bigger in order to demonstrate that kind of business could become successful.